Janice DeLerno, innkeeper at the Stockade Bed and Breakfast, and Jean-Paul Guillory, distiller at Three Roll Estate, thrive on the tourism industry, and each business took a direct hit from the pandemic in 2020.
Our typical occupancy rate in a year would be somewhere in the 68 percentile, and it dropped down to below 20%.
However, the pandemic may not be the only thing hurting tourism for DeLerno or Guillory. Proposed legislation in both the Louisiana House and Senate chambers would restrict the rights of transgender minors and transgender athletes. This type of social legislation could have negative effects on Louisiana's economy if large events like the NCAA Men's Final Four tournament pull out of the state. Executive Vice President and General Counsel for New Orleans and Company Walt Leger III says this legislation could make it difficult for businesses to recover from an already difficult tourism year.
Organizations, associations, and other major players and partners in our economy have expressed their desire to do business with cities and with states that reflect policies of inclusivity.
In 2019, the tourism economy in Louisiana was accountable for $10.5 billion in direct spending, and Leger says if this legislation passes, it could affect everyone in the state.
If you take away the dollars spent by visitors on travel and travel-related expenses, it would mean every family in Louisiana would need to pay several $1,000s more a year in taxes to make up that gap.
DeLerno, who has been in the tourism industry for nearly 30 years, says it's impossible for legislators to not see the effects this legislation could have on constituents.
It's not political. It's about tourism, and it's about having fun and sharing this state with the rest of the world.
At Three Roll Estate, their whole business is dedicated to showcasing Louisiana's homegrown sugarcane and their specialty drinks. If tourists aren't coming to the state, Guillory believes it would be devastating for business.
I think it would be detrimental to Louisiana to try and block any peoples from trying to live freely. I think that especially for the tourism business in Baton Rouge in Louisiana, we need as much inclusivity and as much people as we can get.
In recent years, Louisiana has benefited from a time when other states were not seen as inclusive.
The message that the Louisiana legislature sent back then was, we are a welcoming place. Hospitality is at the core of who we are as a people in Louisiana.
Leger says these bills could have destabilizing effects in today's market and is hopeful the legislature will push forward on other issues that will expand the economic pie in the state.
No matter what your position is on it, I think the prudent thing for all of us to do is to look to the marketplace to drive our business decisions.
For Tiger TV News, I'm Brooke Smith.